They weren't hungry enough to eat another one. Varias cosas. They weren't. Escrito weren't. Pero no se pronuncia weren't. El pasado de verbo to be. I was, you were, they were. Negativo. They weren't. Weren't. Eran, no eran. Estaban, no estaban. They weren't. Una sola sílaba. ¡Pam! Weren't. They weren't hungry enough. ¿Por qué no digo enough hungry? ¿Por qué no pongo enough? No tenían suficiente hambre. En inglés, hambre suficiente. They weren't hungry enough. La palabra enough va después de los adjetivos y los adverbios. Va delante de los sustantivos. Enough money, money es sustantivo. Hungry es adjetivo. Hambriento. They weren't hungry enough to eat another one. Para comerse otro. Ya estaban llenos. They weren't hungry enough. They weren't hungry enough to eat another one.
Hello and welcome back to a new class. Okay, let's begin. Now our sentence today is, they weren't hungry enough to eat another one. No tenían suficiente hambre para comer otro. Okay, so the first part is, they weren't hungry. Okay, they weren't hungry enough. They weren't. Este es el verbo to be en pasado simple. Okay, ya vimos en otra clase anterior, es de why wasn't it, ¿no? Interrogativo negativo. Aquí, they weren't hungry. Okay, afirmativo, verbo to be en pasado. So they weren't hungry. They weren't hungry. Now, ojo, la pronunciación, weren't. Una sílaba, no dos. No decimos weren't ni weren't, ¿ok? Decimos weren't, y con T al final. They weren't at home. They weren't at work. They weren't married. They weren't ready, ¿ok? Es no estuvieron o no estaban o no eran y no fueron, ¿ok? El verbo to be en pasado. So, we weren't on the list. They weren't on the list. Okay, they weren't at work. We weren't sick. Okay, repeat, weren't. Keep practicing.
Hello again, my faithful followers, and welcome back to another edition of Destiny's Question Time, el show que te contesta las preguntas por correo. So, let's see what we have in the mailbag today. Oh, no, los espíritus del mal están aquí. Look at this. Dear Destiny, my parents weren't at home yesterday. Why? Pero no saben que se pronuncia weren't. Dilo conmigo en casa. Se pronuncia con una sílaba. My parents weren't. Nada de weren't. Es my parents weren't. Good. Okay, I need to read another letter. Por fin, sí. Dear Destiny, my dogs weren't happy yesterday. Why? Let's see. Well, your dogs weren't happy yesterday because they don't like you and they don't like your house. Sorry.
Welcome back. It's time for the second part. Now, let's look at the sentence again. They weren't hungry enough to eat another one. Okay? So they weren't hungry enough to eat another one. No tenían suficiente hambre para comer otro. So hungry enough. Hungry enough. Hungry, adjetivo más enough. Okay? El enough va después del adjetivo. Okay? Significa lo suficientemente. Por ejemplo, the house wasn't big enough. La casa no era lo suficientemente grande. Okay? So the house wasn't big enough. The car wasn't big enough. The class wasn't big enough. Okay, so the house, the car, the class wasn't big enough. They weren't qualified enough. Qualified es la palabra del día. The word of the day significa cualificado. So they weren't qualified enough. No eran lo suficientemente cualificados. So they weren't fast enough. They weren't strong enough. They weren't good enough. Right? No eran lo suficientemente buenos. They weren't interesting enough. So repeat, usamos adjetivo más enough, significa no lo suficientemente.
My husband wants to buy me a car for my birthday, but there's a problem. It isn't fast enough. It goes 100 miles per hour. Oh, and that's not fast enough for me. Maybe 150 miles per hour, that's fast enough. Or even 120 miles an hour, that's fast enough. But 100 miles per hour? Oh, that's not fast enough for me. Eso decimos, that's not fast enough. That's not enough fast? No. That's not fast enough. Repeat. Good. One more time. That's not fast enough. Oh, perfect. Do you want to call my husband and tell him? Oh, I'm only joking. But the problem is, he always makes mistakes. Last year, he bought me shoes that weren't expensive enough. He bought me bracelets that weren't nice enough. And earrings that weren't pretty enough. I'm going to call him and tell him. Hello? I'm just calling you to say the car isn't fast enough. Lunch? No, I'm not hungry enough. Huh?
Ok, ya llegamos a la tercera parte de la lección. So, let's repeat the sentence again. They weren't hungry enough to eat another one. Okay? No tenían suficiente hambre para comer otro. So the last part is to eat another one. To eat. Okay, para comer. To eat. Remember, vimos para más definitivo. En inglés simplemente decimos to y el verbo básico. So para comer, to eat. Y después another one. Otro. Another one. No decimos other one. It's another, con a enfrente, another. Y la pronunciación, another, y no another. Another, no, ok, another. Por ejemplo, I need another book, right? Necesito otro libro. I need another job. Necesito otro trabajo. I need another car. I need another watch. Okay, I need another one. Necesito otro. One es el pronombre. Okay, so I need another one. Más, please bring me another coffee. Can I have another donut? So, another one, another one. They weren't hungry enough to eat another one. See you next time.
Hello, how can I help you? You left some chocolate at the information desk? Yeah, I see them. Okay, yeah, bye. A customer left some chocolate here before, and now he's coming to get them. So nice. I can eat another one, no? He won't notice. Okay. It's just another one. Que rico. So tasty. Notice how I say another. You know, another. Another. Maybe I'll just eat another one. Yeah, just another one. So nice. Pero no queda nada. There's none left. Sorry, you can't come for the chocolates, I'm afraid.